I'm going to capture an audio, and it's in a way a kind of preemptive, not really preemptive, but people that have been paying attention to my channel and Blanche and Durnford, we're being maligned and defamed and attacked for being scammers. And another person that I commented on that I've been defending is Kevin Annett, and he's being interviewed by a person called the Galactic Connection. And he's answering questions in regard to the accusations, the defamatory accusations leveled against him by what I have always suspected. This is a feeble mind. This is a destructive individual, Alfred Lebermont Weber, who used to interview Kevin Annett and seemed quite supportive, and then it all fell apart because he was accusing Kevin Annett of having liaisons and being psychotic, and that's always a telltale sign that when they accuse people of being sick, mentally ill or something. Anyway, I'm just going to audio capture some of this because it's sort of, I think it applies, you know, the little bit of flack that we're getting from these non-entities, but this is the playbook, and just listen to what Kevin has to say.
Yes, she did.
Okay, but I mean, again, Alexander, this is like, these lies and character assassinations are put up there so that people respond and get caught up in their web. It's supposed to get me all angry and upset, right?
I'm only pointing this out to people because if they want to take the higher spiritual path here, really look at these notes, guys, because it's not coming from a higher path.
No. Period. You know, our general position, Alexander, we've had policy in all the work I've done from the very beginning, is there's certain bottom lines, ethical bottom lines for me. And the first was we don't take money from the church or the government or any corporate area. We're just publicly funded. Second is we don't libel and attack one another on a personal basis, because the minute you go after another member of your network on a personal attack, you've removed yourself from any reasonable or logical purpose. You're outside the pale. And for Alfred or any of these people to even do this, they're totally outside any rational discourse. I mean, they're engaged in hate mongering and incitement to violence, essentially. This is where it all leads.
Feels like it's an incitement.
Exactly. And as a matter of fact, and I need all of them to hear this, they have set themselves up to be named in the indictment in the grand jury as people who are involved in not only obstructing justice, but incitement to hatred and violence. And this is definitely going to be part of what's put in the docket in the grand jury, because not to get back at them, but to say, your actions by doing this are causing the deaths of children. You're impeding a criminal investigation, and you're giving aid and comfort to the people killing these children.
This is true, because as much as I didn't want to do this interview today, everybody, but I felt like something...
Okay, she didn't want to do the interview because she didn't want to just regurgitate, repeat these defamations, these depraved individuals. What is their dog in the fight? What do they actually physically know of the person that they're attacking? It's ad hominem. It is attacking the person without any evidence. And this is what's probably a byproduct of Kevin Annett has had a substantial effect on the potential demise of these very powerful institutions, the church, the state, institutions that have been running the joint forever. And we have allowed it. I've said we've allowed it. And the nuclear industry is the biggest cash cow industry on the planet, bar none. It surpasses oil. It surpasses coffee. It surpasses, you name it. The nuclear industry is the most powerful industry. Now, if I, with my small voice, I open up a discussion and I hook up with people that feel the same as I do, there are going to be attacks. And the reason that people actually, they don't look at themselves, they don't look at their hearts when they hear this, what he says, the highest, or she refers to the highest spiritual standard. When you have people being attacked with from someone that has no clue about the nature of a circumstance or a situation, just it's it's kind of gratuitously comes out of nowhere. All of a sudden, you're defending yourself. And, you know, in one of my videos, I was very angry. And this is the intent. This is, and I will not do that anymore because there is no evidence. There is no substance to any of these accusations. They're defamatory the same way that Kevin Annett has been defamed by this Weber guy, this feeble-minded individual, for what maybe he's just a dupe in this, who has his own agenda, and these people have their dog in the fight. And what my explanation of this, and I go back to the art and the idea of Goya, and Goya painted Saturn eating his children. And I think what happens quite often, that people of power, strength, and substance, well, if you look at Kennedy or Martin Luther, or even in recent history, Pat Tillman and Michael Hastings and Aaron Swartz, who are either suicided or directly killed because they're making a difference against the very powerful cartel people. And I'm not saying that I make a difference. I'm in any way sort of on that level, but there have been defamatory claims against me and Blanche and Durnford in this fight that we're in against the nuclear industry, and it's a powerful industry. And my small voice has reached the ears of some rabid dog who's attempting to defame the same way that Annett has been falsely accused, and now he's standing defending himself. But he's doing a great job, and I just thought I'd do the little audio because, you know, a heads up, this this is how it works. I think I you know, innocent me. I'm just a painter. I make paintings, and you know, I stand for defending the vulnerable and children, and this is why I love Kevin Annett. It's whatever they are accusing him of, they have done zero. He has done humongous amounts, and to call him an operative who's undermining the well-being of the Native community, how insane and ridiculous. It never made sense. I made a video. You can see my video on Annett and Weber. I came out on the same day. I kicked the shit out of this Weber guy, and I'm defending Annett no matter what, because I still feel in myself that whatever there might be in this person's background, he has far surpassed his vices in what he's doing, in what he's presenting. The same way that in our effort to rid ourselves of nuclear, I am stepping out. I'm trying to become a voice through my work primarily. It's difficult, and YouTube is susceptible to attacks easily. Not in my work, people. Not in my work. If I have my work on the walls, which not having any success, the museums are turning it down all the time because they're not. It's kind of like when you have it right in front of your face. People cannot help but actually see what it is that you're saying. If you see the work, you're confronted, and I will defend my work. And anyway, these attacks will happen, and they're totally, it's depraved. They're degenerates. They have no connection to me or anything that I'm involved in, but they'll come out of the woodwork. Mind you, Weber was involved for 10 years. These two, this is a little weird. I find that the one part with Kevin Annett and Weber having known each other for 10 years, and all of a sudden this occurred. That's a little bit strange, but I'm on the Annett side, and I just thought I'd make this